What is up, everybody? Geometric Heat, wait until I start talking and come in with the Prime sub. Thank you. Welcome into a brand new Twitch rebuild here on TFG Plays. This is going to be a fun one. This was suggested by kind of the chat. Whoever it was that originally had this idea, speak up or forever hold your peace. But we have anarchy in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers has stirred the pot and demanded a trade. And on top of that, Davante Adams says, I don't want to be here. And on top of that, David Bakhtiari says, I don't want to be here. We have a full blow it up situation. This is kind of like our Nighthawks relocation, just kind of a bit of a fantasy style. This trade, I'll talk about what the trade is. Trayton, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. We got a hype train coming in. But yeah, kind of a fantasy style. I realize this trade is never going to happen in real life, but it makes for a good narrative, a fun rebuild, and I'm looking forward to it. And it's not like completely out of the realm of possibility. So I should have created a graphic or something. But basically, it's a 3-team trade. We end up getting, from the Denver Broncos, Jerry Jeudy. We get Patrick Surtain. So a dominant corner duo in Jair Alexander and Surtain. We end up giving them Eric Stokes, Davante Adams, and Aaron Rodgers. And then we also got the next 2 years of first-round picks from the Denver Broncos. And we got their 4th round this year and their 3rd round next year. And then David Bakhtiari is heading to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who desperately need a left tackle, who also get Drew Lock in the trade behind Big Ben. And the Steelers give us their 1st round pick. So we get 3 1st round picks out of the deal and 2 really young players to build around. So that's the rebuild we're going with. While we're on the topic, I want to talk about what our rules are going to be and the sliders. So here's the sliders. I'm going to kind of tweak these as I go. I kind of came up with these. I'm actually going to play on all Madden this year to start, add a little bit more of a challenge, but there's your sliders. Always want to refer people back to that. XP sliders are pretty basic, just toned down a little bit. But there you have them. And then as far as our playages, I think I'm going to go pretty similar to what we did with our last rebuild. But I'm going to add 3 games of my choice to either play all offense or all defense. So it'll be the first game of the season we play the full game. And then we get 3 games where we get to go all offense for the game or all defense for the game, and then 8 games of play the moments that can be subbed out for any breakouts we get. So that's all going to be fun. That's how we're going to do this rebuild. And let's hop into it. We do have a couple comments here. Some people saying Jalen Twyman was shot 4 times in the chest. My goodness. Hopefully Twyman's okay. Rookie out of Pittsburgh. That's terrible. Hopefully everything's okay there. And just in general, welcome everybody into the chat. Happy to have you here. It's going to be fun. Teddy says hello as well. Teddy's going to go back to sleep here pretty soon, but he had to come in and say hi. And of course, in this world, by the way, Brian Gutekunst was let go by the Green Bay Packers for letting the situation get to the current state. And new general manager Marcus Whitman came in and pulled off a beautiful three-team trade. Yes, the Eagles rebuild is going to be over at this point. This is going to be our new rebuild. First things first, as the new general manager of this team, I'm actually going to consider free agency. I know it's crazy if you're a Packers fan. Those words just, it doesn't really add up, but I am going to take a look here and see if we can improve the team. We obviously have a glaring hole at left tackle, now that David Bakhtiari has been moved. So maybe we could sign a tackle. You know, Mitchell Schwartz would make sense. But I feel like he's going to end up retiring. And that would make things a little too easy. So I don't know if I want to do that. I do want some defensive tackle depth here. I'm going to sign K1 Short. I think that's a smart move for this team. And then I need a slot corner as well. We do have what's his name in there, but I'm not crazy about the current tackle situation. Slot corner situation. Bobby McCain could make a good slot corner, safety hybrid. Buster Screen would be an upgrade there. DJ Hayden's nice. Tempting to bring Randall Cobb back. How about Russell Okung to fill the void there at left tackle? Not quite the same as bringing in Mitchell Schwartz, but that's a Band-Aid at tackle that will help this situation. And I think for now we'll leave it at that. Just a couple of veteran signings that this team should have been able to afford but didn't. And yeah, I think we'll leave it at that for now. Kind of keep the team where it's at. Yeah, Shannon Sullivan is who I'm thinking of, Grim Chief. Thank you. So that does leave us a couple cuts to make here. I think the other thing that we could consider is moving Elton Jenkins to tackle. That might be a little bold. I actually think there's a chance the Packers do that in real life, though, because he's played tackle and played pretty well. He's so versatile. But I think I'll keep him at guard for now. Got to change Judy's jersey number. Thanks for the heads up on that. I'll get to it. So I think we're gonna let Burks go. Time to let him go with McDuffie coming in. They signed Devondre Campbell, and then I think we'll let Perry Nickerson go to the practice squad there. So yeah, any jersey numbers we need to change here. Jordan Love is 10. We're good there. Judy, yeah, 86 is disgusting. I'm thinking 11 for Judy. Is that what he wears in Thanks, Grim Chief. Good to know. Who's 11 here? $14's probably fine. Funchess is 11. 14's good for Judy. What did K1 Short get? 99. That's 14's retired for Don Hudson. Thank you. Of course it is. All right, well, in that case, Amari Rodgers should be 8. Okay, that's good to know. Hey, we got some new emotes. Thank you, everybody, for the kind support there. I think 22 for Surtain looks pretty good. Give Judy 4 like he was at Bama. Okay. I can get behind that. 22 is Gene Charles. Okay. Well, we could give him 21 because that's supposed to be Stokes. Oh, yeah, 4 is retired for Favre. Dang it. Frickin' Packers retiring all the good numbers. I always forget about the old retired numbers. Thanks for the sub, Trackstar. All right, well, Funchess is getting a new jersey number. No one's bought a Devin Funchess jersey anyway, so he's changing. Funchess is getting 88. And Judy's getting 11. Have Love wear 12 just to screw with Rodgers. Alright, so this will be interesting. Obviously, the O-line going to be a massive focus for us. This defense, I have heavy expectations for. I'm going to go ahead and move Gary to right outside. Also, I think I'm going to give Gary star dev. I don't know what I have for him in the spreadsheet, but he should have star dev. I don't know if I had an oversight on that or what, but I am going to change Amari Rodgers to 8. Teddy, you're being a very good boy. Thoughts on Sheldon Richardson to Minnesota? Minnesota is loading up, man. That D-line is going to be sick. It's a great move because the 2 D tackles they have are not pass rushers, so he fits in perfectly. Wow, we got a lot of upgrades here. I'm going to do those next week. We're going to go ahead and advance. Hopefully we don't get any injuries this week. All right. Lots of stuff going on. So we got a season goal. We're going to just set it to make the playoffs in our first year with Jordan Love. The nice thing is here, like, we can still compete, or at least try to compete. But we're loaded up on picks for the future at the same time. So as far as the focus players, I think I'm going to go, obviously, with Jordan Love, who's on there. And then I think we should go with Judy and Surtain. The other option would be Darnell Savage. But those are going to be our focus players. Kime time. I'm not going to recap the trade because I led that off with the intro. I don't know if you're able to rewind it, but you'll be able to recap everything, all the details for the series on TFG Plays, so make sure you head over to YouTube and subscribe there. I'll be uploading there tomorrow. All right, let's do these upgrades. Funchess. We'll just go physical there. Alan Lazard. Deep threat. I did also post the trade on at TFG Plays Twitter. Maybe someone can copy and paste it into the chat. Okay, Jordan Love has hidden dev. Ooh! Oh man, 2 throw power on Jordan Love's first upgrade of the rebuild. Wow. Okay. And MVS gets a speed boost. Wow. This team is getting some hashtag gains in the offseason. So we're going to be running that quarters heavy zone coverage. Josh Jackson maybe has a chance in that type of system. I did compare Jordan Love to Sam Darnold coming out, and I'll stand by it. There you go, Rufus. has dropped the trade details. Thank you. Preston Smith gets a pair of finesse moves. All right. I want to look at our depth chart. I want to set up everything. Look at our formation subs as well. So fullback is going to be DeGuara. Wide receiver, I want MVS is going to be the 2, and Amari Rodgers is going to be the 3. Lazard's going to be the 4. Funch is 5. You know what? Because I am the general manager now of this team, we're actually going to sign a bleeping wide receiver. Randall Cobb is probably who makes the most sense. Getting cut by Houston there, bring him home. Make him the wide receiver 4 and bump Lazard down to wide receiver 5 where he belongs. Which means we do have to make another cut. We probably don't need 5 middle linebackers here, so... You know, Devondre Campbell's a decent signing, but he's actually not going to make the team here. Chris Bynes and Josh Martin. Josh Martin? What's his name? Jamal Martin? Who's the middle linebacker? Kamal Martin. Those guys are going to win out those jobs. They actually look pretty good as rookies, so Devondre Campbell comes in to compete, but actually not going to make the team here. Zana, thank you. What do I use to make my graphics? I use Photoshop for my graphics. DaVinci Resolve is tough because that's the free one, correct? It just doesn't have the same capabilities. All right, so we are going to play Amari Rodgers as the 3, but it's going to be Randall Cobb as the 4. Okung's going to slide in at left tackle, Elton Jenkins at left guard, Josh Myers at center, Lucas Patrick, Billy Turner. Not the best looking offensive line, that's for sure. Depending how these guys play, I may interfere to boost them a little bit. I think I'm going to actually maybe go with John Runyon over Lucas Patrick. And then I may play... No, we'll start Myers. Rick Wagner, I think, is still available, but we've made a decent amount of signings here, so we're going to keep it the way we got it. Lowry, Kiki, that should all be good. Cornerback, we're going to go Sullivan as the slot. We got Savage, we got Amos. Man, we could use a third safety really bad. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to sign somebody here. We could bring Clinton Dix back. I'm trying to think of a good... Oh, my God. Rashawn Jenkins got cut by the Jags. Ugh. Yikes. Brady Breeze gets cut by the Titans. Screw it. We're gonna make... It was a 6th round pick, so That's not unrealistic for him to get cut. We're gonna sign him off the Titans practice squad. That's more of a cheap signing too, so. And then we will slide Henry Black over to the... Let's just release him. Who cares? He's trash. I was thinking about moving Josh Jackson to safety, but I'm not going to go that route. All right, let's get Brady Breeze. Returning kicks, we are going to go with Kylan Hill doing the kicks, and Randall Cobb. Cobb's going to be our punt returner as well. And then we'll go... I guess Kylan Hill. Long snapper in this world is going to be Jake Hansen. A.J. Dillon is going to be the full-on power back here. Slot wide receiver, Amari Rodgers. Randall Cobb. Judy's good. Go with Isaiah McDuffie as the third dude there. Slot corner, Shannon Sullivan, and I guess what I'm going to do is go with Jair as the backup slot, and then Kevin King. Kevin King would be a brutal slot. I actually might go Shamar Jean Charles as the backup slot. And then I just want to take a peek at our formation subs. Not going to do too much here, but I just want to see, like... Really shouldn't be any questions because we got DeGuara. Like, everything looks pretty good as far as all that. There's not really anyone... Who did we have as our number one tight end? That's maybe a question... Probably Mercedes Lewis, yeah. So we want to probably look at that for some of these. We'll go Tanyan out there for this formation. Should we mix in some Sternberger? Let's mix in some Sternberger just to... Yeah, Teddy, I know. You don't want to be out there anymore. Come here. I'll bring you back to bed after we do our formation subs. Trade for Stoll. Yes. We'll go Tanyan out here. That's going to be the one group that we really rotate around here. It's going to be those tight ends. I think for this, I actually want Judy alone on the outside, and then Lazard's such a good blocker. We'll keep him in there for that. Did they give... Okay, they gave Cobb his number back. That's nice. Trips will go with Tanyan out there for this. Samesies. I have 2 punters? Really? Give Kylan Hill some action there. Put Dylan in on this one because this looks more like a power formation type of deal. Let's go with our best run blockers out there. We'll go with... We're going to go... This would be more of a heavy package, so we'll go with Lazard and Funchess out here. And Judy out here. Same thing here with Lazard, Funchess, Judy. Let's repeat that here. But with Aaron Jones instead, because this is... Or with Dylan instead. It's more of a power look. Definitely want Tanyan out there. I think I'll go Cobb here. That'll be kind of a lighter look on the outside there. So we'll have a good rotation. And then on this one, I'm going to put MVS on the outside with Sternberger in there. And then this is going to be a little Josiah DeGuara action with Lewis, and why not a little more A.J. Dillon. Although I want Amari Rodgers there. Single back, shouldn't have too many questions here. I'll go with the run blocker though and Lazard for that package. This is going to be DeGuara and Lewis. And this is going to be more of a heavy package, so we'll go Lazard and Dylan. Tanyan. More of a heavy look here. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know formation subs isn't the most intriguing thing, but it's important because this is how we get all of our storylines and all of our guys involved and can really mix things up. So I appreciate you and your patience. So Lazard's basically going to be an undersized tight end for us. What's up, John LaDuca? That's fine. Go Amari Rodgers, why not? Here we're going to go DeGuara here, and Lewis, and then Dylan. No shortage of tight ends on this team, that's for dang sure. Looks good to me. Defensively, do we want to do anything? We should be, everything should be in pretty good shape. Base 3-4 shouldn't have any, I mean, we could maybe get like a couple different dudes in here just in different packages. Preston Smith is going to be a straight up backup for us. So we'll just mix in some different stuff there. One thing I might do is actually put Gary inside on this look. And then, yeah, that looks good to me. I like that package a lot, actually. Same thing here. Can we slide Gary inside, like... Actually, they like to use Za'Darius as that right here. So Za'Darius is going to go there, and then we're going to put Chris Barnes right there. These are going to be a lot of packages we use. Oh, that's a great point. I should change the defensive playbook to the Rams. And it's all the same. I think this is pretty dang close. Ah, you're right. I should do it. I should do it. We've only lost 2 viewers in the last 10 minutes, so you guys clearly aren't that bored by it. All right. So yeah, that does change some things. So let's go with, I guess, a little short there. Short there. A little Preston Smith there. A little who has worse block shedding? They actually have 4-3 in this. Oh, it's 6-1. Okay, so here we're gonna go with, I think, Preston Smith out here with Gary. I guess Za'Darius there. We'll go Dean, Short, Clark. That looks pretty good. 4-4. Preston and move Gary over here. We still have this package, luckily. So we'll go Preston. Gary's going to move. Actually, you know what? We're going to go Gary on the... Gary on the outside. With Preston Smith and Za'Darius Smith here with... I saw that Frank Clark got arrested. Man, that's crazy. So Brady Breeze is actually going to play in that formation there. 2-4-5 should be set correctly. 3-3-5. It's another good formation for us. So we'll go Preston. Preston's going to have a bigger role than I thought. Gary. And then I'm going to go short right there. And now we're good to go. So we always play the first game of the season, the full game. We're dealing with Eric Kendricks, so let's neutralize him, I guess. Kendricks is a product of the system. Yikes. 400 combined yards and no turnovers. My first game on all Madden. We are also going to neutralize Dalvin Cook. Shut him down. Did someone say we had 2 punters? Because we do have 2 punters. Okay. Thoughts on Chris Jones at edge? Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I think he'll get some snaps as a base edge because they have no edge players and they're super deep at D tackle. But let's be honest, he's not coming out and playing, you know, outside the tackle a ton on pass rush downs. I'm actually going to bring back Devondre Campbell. Yes, Jack Brown, way ahead of me. And he's not going to start, but I do have a place for him to play. I just want to make sure it didn't screw this up. I have one formation for him. In that 6-1 defense, he is actually going to come out here because he's lengthy. He's 6'4", 232. He's actually going to play right there, and then we are going to be able to put Zadarius in there, right there. Brandon in the house. What's up? So we have a 72 overall offense, guys. We got to build this thing up. Players ready to negotiate. On the bright side, we don't really have any critical players leaving this year, so I can go ahead and turn training on auto for the rest of the year because we set our focus players. And it's time to take on the Vikings. I'm going to go bring Teddy to bed as this loads up. Let's make sure we got the right playbook here. I got to remember to get that right when we play with our Cardinals. All right. 1 second, chat. Say goodbye, Teddy. Say goodbye. Goodbye.